What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video here in Las Vegas. Now, Danny and I are here for the next few days, and while we did enjoy some really good food yesterday, we want to make sure we control everything we're eating these next few days. So why not take you guys through a quick little grocery haul to show you guys what is it that you should be looking for when we're talking about bulking, and show you guys what is it exactly that we're buying. Let's go.
We ready. We ready. Motivation.
So to get the party started, we're starting with the fruit section, and honestly, this is probably one of my favorite. Why? Because it's the easiest source of carbohydrates for me to eat, especially pre-workout, and who doesn't really love fruits? But when we're talking about bulking, you might want to have some more fun with higher calorie fruits. So when we think about cutting, we're thinking more about berries, right? Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, things that have more water content like watermelon or cantaloupe. But being that we're bulking and we want a little bit more calories, you can go things with like apples, bananas, grapes, pineapple, which is actually what we're going to be getting now. Did you say you want green grapes or no green grapes? I think the challenge here is to find a bag of grapes that's not open. We got some pineapple. Danny really wants some pineapple. I love pineapple. You could buy the pineapple that comes in the little container, but usually they tend to be very expensive. You also get a lot more pineapple compared to when it's cut up in the little container. Let's go get some bananas. Yeah, you can tell Vanilla Gorilla was here taking out bananas. It's always hard to pick out which ones you want, right? You gotta look for the ones that you can eat right now and not wait till the next few days. So say we snag a little pair of 3, probably gonna need more than this, right? What about 6? So we're also here by the veggie section. Now, when bulking, it's always good to have a little bit of greens, especially for bowel movement. But when you're trying to consume as much calories as possible, I don't highly recommend getting or filling yourself up with so much greens, so much fiber, because the goal is to consume more food. But if you struggle to eat a lot of food, then you may wanna stay away from things that are very filling and very high in fiber. But this is the complete opposite of what I would be saying if you're trying to cut down, right? Now, no matter what diet or how many calories I'm consuming, potatoes are always in my diet. They're very filling, but most importantly, they're just very tasty. So whether it's a regular red potato or russet potato, which they're like this freaking big, which is always awesome, I'm gonna go with some sweet potatoes because I like some sweet in my potatoes. Putting these in the air fryer, always a game changer, and literally almost every single meal. Yo, Danny, do you remember when we came here in April and you thought it was a great idea to buy a advertised $1 burrito? How did you end up for the next few days after consuming this burrito?
I think I got a little bit of cancer.
The most important section, where we make the gains, the protein. You want to make sure you're getting enough protein. During the bulk, obviously you can afford a little bit more calories. You can stay away from the leaner meats, which is what I would say if you're trying to diet down a little bit. I personally like to eat 93% lean, 7% fat. It tastes really good for me. I know we're going to be consuming this for the next 3 days, so maybe we'll get a pack or 2. When you look at the back, it'll kind of tell you the calories a little bit, and really what you're looking for is the ratio of high protein and very low fat. That's how you'll know it's more of a leaner cut, leaner source. You can also still go for leaner choices. I'm not saying that you can't get 99% ground turkey or lots of chicken, things that are very lean, and you can add your fats, whether it comes through oils, whether it comes through cheese. But personally, I like to add my fats through peanut butters and things like that. Sometimes when I have some lactose-free cheese. If you feel like you're going through your meats and your proteins pretty fast, well, just make better choices when buying. You can buy something like this. I'm pretty sure it's gonna last you a long bit. So, 2 things that are mainly in my diet, especially now when I'm bulking, are 93% ground beef, have it every single night with my burger bowl, and obviously chicken, but I have been going with more chicken thighs because it's a little bit fattier and it just tastes so damn good. But right now we're also gonna buy some ground turkey. Now when I'm dieting, I'm usually going for 99% lean, but we can go with a little bit of more fat. So we're gonna go 93% lean and 7% fat. Yeah, I am a bit gluten intolerant, but I will say, if you're not like me and don't have shitty stomach issues, buying some bread, doing some sandwiches, maybe some peanut butter and jelly is always pretty damn good, pretty damn tasty to get some carbs up. But for me, I usually look for the gluten-free bread, which there's not that many options. Today, we're definitely not gonna be getting that. And when we look for the candy sources here, I will say, and I will be honest, if you guys have been watching my full day of eating videos, you know that I probably have a Reese's Cups every single day. It's always good to have at least that little treat, that little kick before going to bed.
Yo, G, catch.
Yo, oh. Sour crawlers, an elementary school favorite. But I guess you're having a little bit of FOMO, Danny, since we had this right after that April Jay Cutler show when we won. So a nice little celebration, nice little memory. I'll have this with you today. So Danny insists that we get some dark chocolate. So I'm going to 85% dark chocolate. It doesn't really bug my stomach too much, and it's perfect for a late night dessert. So we're at the Italians' favorite section where you could buy a little bit of pasta. Now, if I was back at home, I would say a pasta goes a long way. I typically have one as a staple almost every single day just because it's very easy to get 1,000+ calories. If you guys haven't watched my 3 recipe meal on 1,000+ calories meals, I would highly suggest checking that out after this video. But when consuming pasta, like I said, it's just very easy to get the carbs up and get the calories up. You can add some ground beef to it. You can buy some sauce to it. Very easy to rack up the calories. Now, when it comes to sauces, very easy way to sneak in more calories. So when buying things like mayonnaise, ketchup, it's good to enjoy your meals. You should, especially when you're trying to sustain a long-term diet. You want to make your foods enjoyable and taste good. So buy the sauces that you enjoy. Just make sure you're still tracking these things. Now, today we're going to keep it very simple and go with a low-calorie, zero-calorie mustard just because Danny and I are big fans of mustard on the ground beef, on the rice. But that's pretty much it for this section. So one thing I want to mention before we get out of here actually is protein pasta. So for those of you that struggle to get protein, this is an easy way to sneak in more protein by getting some sort of protein, whether it's ground beef, chicken in your pasta, but also getting protein pasta. Now for myself, I personally don't love it. It's just a taste for me. You may like it, but they do have some options. For me, I always go with the gluten-free. All right, every bodybuilder's favorite food, rice. We're here for the next few days. I don't think this is enough. You think this is enough? I think 2 pounds, which will equal 4 pounds. It's just about right. Rice definitely, just because rice is so easy to get carbs in. You can literally have it with absolutely anything. So for those of you, I know a lot of you follow these videos, whether it's full day of eating videos or grocery haul videos, because you feel like you don't know how to cook, when in reality, when it comes to making protein, honestly, it's so simple, especially if you have an air fryer. When it comes to seasoning, so it can taste good, you can simply just buy something like taco seasoning or just look for the seasonings. It's literally all done for you. You can get a quick little packet, has like 15 calories. And I just wanted to bring this up because I think it's kind of funny how every time you go to the grocery store, you usually have a list. You try your best to follow the list, but it always ends up happening that you end up buying more stuff that you had on the list. So we got some corn tortillas because tomorrow apparently we're making some egg burritos. Quick and easy way to get some protein is obviously get yourself a protein bar. Now, I'm personally not a big fan of buying protein bars just because you become dependent of always buying bars. You have to have one basically every single day, and it could get a little bit expensive. But if you don't struggle getting your protein intake, then this shouldn't be a problem, especially if you already buy, let's say, like protein powder. But it is a quick and easy way to get a snack in, especially when you're on the go. So I'm not downing protein bars, but I'm just saying for me, I personally don't get them. I lately have been having overnight oats, but we're gonna talk about just regular oats first thing in the morning. If you don't wanna make them from the start, from the scratch, they come in little packets already and they're done. And if you get some that say protein, well, at least you start your morning off with a little bit more protein. You can also put protein powder in it, which will just double the protein intake up. Honey Nut Cheerios. Now, every day post-workout, I definitely have cereal, and because there's not many gluten-free options, I either have Honey Nut Cheerios or 9 times out of 10 I have this Chex cinnamon. I haven't really tried the corn or the wheat or the chocolate. Kind of just kept it pretty basic with the cinnamon Chex. But if you are bulking and you want to feel like a kid again and have some cereal, have a bowl of cereal, I make it more protein cereal like, so I usually add a scoop of protein or 2 in my almond milk or my Fairlife milk to add even more protein. I feel like this whole video is just talking about even more protein because I get it. I know it's kind of hard to consume protein for some of you, especially if you're on the go and you're not really prepping or taking time to organize your meals. Kind of a quick way to add your protein intake up. But if you want some cereal, it's okay to have cereal when you're bulking and trying to consume more calories because it is easy and it is very high in calorie. But my go-to source for cereal is usually after a workout. Can't forget some coffee. Everybody loves coffee, whether it's black coffee, whether it's an espresso, cappuccino. If you're bulking, you could afford the calories. Just make sure you're tracking all these things, okay? A good source of fat is some good nuts. You wanna make sure you get some nuts in your diet, but I will say that if you're bulking, you just gotta be careful because it's very easy to get a quick handful of 150 calories of nuts. But if you are bulking, you can see why this is a very good choice because 2 handfuls may be 300 to 400 calories. But you just gotta be careful because you can find yourself digging in a bag and just finish the whole bag and there goes 1,000 calories. But we are gonna get some peanut butter or almond butter. You said peanut butter, Danny? Peanut butter it is. Let's go with a little bit of creamy. Now, while we're already here, PB2 is usually in all my grocery haul or full day of eating videos. And while you're dieting, this is a great source. But even when bulking, this can still be a great source just because this has more protein than this. But this has more fat than this. That's why this is a lot more calories than this. But again, a quick little easy way to sneak in a little bit more protein by adding this while still implementing this on a bulking diet. This Again, one of those things that wasn't on the menu for today and on the list, my favorite. I love turkey bacon, but I usually don't buy it at Walmart or Publix anymore because you can buy this at Sam's Club. You can literally buy like a pack that brings like over 40 to 50 pieces for basically the same exact price as that. So it's almost like a robbery when I buy it here, but we're only here for the next 3 days and I know Danny and I will at least crush this. All-time favorite dieting snack, rice cakes, but we're not dieting, we're bulking. So what's an easy way to get some calories when doing this? You get 1, 2, 3, or 4 rice cakes. It's already like 200 calories, especially if it's one of the flavored ones. You get some peanut butter and almond butter. You slap it on top. You get some banana. You get some honey. Hey, that's a nice bulking snack right there. So being that we're visitors, we're buying some water for us so we can make sure we consume as much water as we possibly can. But also when drinking water and drinking a lot of water, we like to enjoy some of our meals. And I'm personally a big fan of anything diet related, especially when dieting, but when making an enjoyable and complete meal. So there's a funny story about Coke Zero. I've actually never had Coke Zero up until last year where Danny and Ron put me on it 2 days before my show. So actually 2 days before my show, when I ran out of all my Fresca because they drank it all, they put me on Coke Zero. Ever since then, I never looked back. Ooh, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, baby. That's why we're here. We're gonna turn up. And by turning up, I mean have some Coke Zero. Hey, look, we're on TV. Mama, we made it, baby. Dude, why is it that these TVs, you look so grainy and lean? Look at this, look at this. I'm not even shredded right now. I'm like 25 pounds heavier, I'm still shredded here. Ah! Something to talk about in the frozen section. For those of you who don't like to cook, there's a lot of things that are frozen. I'm not too familiar with them just because I don't buy a lot of that stuff, but I know some of you do. Things like frozen berries, that's always a good option. I usually like to add that in my overnight oats or if I'm making smoothies. Danny wants some veggies because he thinks that veggies are gonna keep him lean or something. Just to mix in with the ground beef and with the rice, we're gonna buy some mixed veggies. You good with that?
Yes.
All right, Danny approves. Let's get some California style veg.
They have Vegas style?
No, I don't think they have Vegas style.
Honestly, I've been craving.
You want to keep it basic and go.
Yeah, do they have that with carrots? I just like some color.
Ah, peas and carrots. There we go. We got some peas and carrots to go well with our ground beef and rice. Yay. Eggs. I know a lot of people don't like eggs. I like eggs. So I usually buy a lot of egg white because even though eggs are very good, especially when someone that is bulky, you can afford getting 4, 5, 6 eggs, but it does come with a lot of fat as well. So it really just all depends where you want to get most of your fat from. I like to get most of my fat, like I said, from my almond butter and peanut butter and things like that. So I usually consume like maybe 2 to 3 eggs in the morning and get most of the protein from egg whites. Diet hack, but also a protein hack just to get more protein.
Not a good one.
Should I do like Liver King and do a taste test and just eat it?
Yeah.
Dude, that guy literally eats eggs. Buy some huevos. Since I got back from Utah, I had some orange juice while I was there just because it was an easy way to consume and drink my calories. When talking about bulking, one of the easiest ways to get calories is by drinking them. So whether it's through a smoothie or whether it's things that have calories like orange juice, because a cup of orange juice is 110 calories. And let's be honest, I'm good with 2 cups in the morning, so that's already 220 calories. Being that we're trying to consume some calories while we're here and trying to control our diet, we're gonna be doing some orange juice. All right, time for some milk, but your boy is lactose intolerant, obviously, so we get some almond milk. Now, usually I go with the 30 calories, but Danny's digging a little bit of the 80 calorie. Tastes a little bit better. I will say that's when you go to Dunkin' Donuts and you get a latte. They usually use the higher calorie almond milk. But speaking of more protein, Fairlife milk, they're pretty fair with the amount of protein that they give you. So this is pretty good to throw in your overnight oats, your oatmeal, your smoothies, your shakes. 1 serving of this, 1 cup of this is only 120 calories, but it has 13 grams of protein. And imagine if you combine that with a protein shake with 1 to 2 scoops of protein, anywhere over 50 grams of protein. Don't tell me after watching this video, I can't get over 200 grams of protein. Speaking of more, can you guess? Protein. We have my favorite, the lactose-free Chobani Greek yogurt. Easy way to get some more protein and easy way to mix in things like granola, fruits, honey, peanut butter, and make it like a acai bowl, but with Greek yogurt. When trying to get a nice little high-calorie snack, you can definitely do that, but you can also keep it very low-calorie as well. Now, Danny doesn't care about the lactose-free shitty Greek yogurt, so he kind of wants to go with these. Now, I won't be consuming these because he's not considerate and doesn't care about me and my stomach, so we're just gonna go with these. I hope you guys enjoyed today's grocery haul. This is our first meal of the day. We're starting a little bit late, but we're making the most of it and we're trying to consume as many calories as possible. It probably is anywhere between 1,000 to 1,300 calories just because we have some ground beef, as you guys saw, 93% lean. We got some rice, we got some mustard, we have some grapes, we got some bananas, a cup of orange juice, easily 110 calories. I'll probably have 2 of these, and for dessert, probably gonna play around with some dark chocolate. This is gonna be meal number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure, if you want to know anything about bulking, especially if you feel like you're a beginner, watch that bulking video that I did with my coach Adam. We shot a nice podcast, about 40 minutes, but we talked everything about bulking. Stay tuned for more videos as me and Danny are here trying to shoot as much content as possible for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And as always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Cheers, Danny.
Cheers, buddy.
Do you have Parmesan cheese on that?
Yes, sir.
That's different. Peace, baby.